So I didn't have a job or anything. I was a university student and flunking courses right, left, and center. I was a terrible student, actually. I wasn't that bad, but I flunked physics my first year of university, and this was my second year. I was in trying to catch up again.
So did you have an idea of what you were going, like were you heading for medicine
I was thinking of being a doctor. I thought being a doctor was a great idea, but I wasn't really very anxious to work that hard about it, so. And I wanted to get married, and so I was in the COTC at university, and I was a corporal in the COTC at the university. This was a Canadian Officers Training Corps. And through that, I could get into the Army as an officer cadet. And so in May, I joined the Army. We had in the spring, every spring, we went to camp at SRC, the COTC group, and so I went to camp in May of 1943. And while I was there, I enlisted in the Army at the Belcher. They had a Belcher hospital and recruiting center in those days, and so I enlisted as a private in the Army.
So then this whole...
Then in July, while I was in the Army, I was sent out to Chilliwack for a couple of months to train as a possible potential officer. They decided that I wasn't very good officer material, that I wasn't dry behind the ears yet. And so they sent Harold Gish and myself both back from this camp in Chilliwack back to Camrose, where I spent a couple of months with Harold Gish. And it was while we were in Camrose that anyway, it was in Camrose. It was in July that I got a ring for Phyllis, and we became officially engaged. But in order to get married in those days, I was only 20 years old. In order to get married in those days, I had to have my father's permission, my parents' permission, and I had to have my officer's permission to get married. So I had to go through these steps, and in the meantime I got transferred to Curry Barracks and Harold Gish was transferred with me, so we were sort of pals in the Army, you know. And finally, in September, Phyllis and I got married at Curry Barracks.